Sexual passion sparks wars and murders philosophy. Schopenhauer saw it first. They claim men are slaves to lust, that they're animals, always hungry, always on the prowl. But what if that's just the lie we've been sold? Schopenhauer didn't buy it. He saw male desire for what it really is, nature's trap. Beauty, a lure. Reproduction, the bait. And men, just puppets, jerked around by the will to survive. But here's the twist. What if men aren't even as horny as we think? What if they're just overstimulated, backed into a corner by a world where every scroll, every street, every screen screams, "Look at me"? You call men dogs, but who's dangling the bone? Schopenhauer warned us, what's beautiful isn't good, it's useful. And modern women? They've mastered the game. Not with power, but with performance. The male gaze isn't just watched anymore, it's weaponized. This isn't liberation. It's strategic exposure, dressed in feminist slogans. If my body wants attention, who am I to say no? That's not confidence. That's validation addicts in queen's clothing. Femininity wasn't always a product. Once it was sacred. Now, it's content. Posed, filtered, sold. The mystery stripped bare, replaced by analytics. The body isn't flesh anymore, it's a brand. And the soul? Forgotten. Schopenhauer would laugh. Of course. It's all just bait, tricking men into chasing illusion instead of truth. Every tight dress, every thirst trap, every accidental slip, it's not random. It's calculated. A siege on male focus. Not an attack on morals, but on intimacy. It kills the last flicker of real desire, replacing it with manufactured hunger. And here's what no one admits. Women know. They might not say it, but they feel the power. They built this game. Meanwhile, men are told, be gentle. Be open, be soft. But while they're taming the beast, they're being hunted by it. Schopenhauer was right, the sexual impulse is the most cunning force on earth. So when a man walks through a world of swaying hips and flashing skin, expected to stay cool as a monk while burning inside, that's not discipline, that's delusion. And when he cracks, he's the monster. But who set the trap? Modern women don't want love, they want worship. What do you bring to the table? She asks, arching her back for the camera. I am the table, she declares. No, you're not the table. You're the centerfold on the table. One in a million identical performances, all screaming into the void. Pick me. Validate me. Break for me. And when no man stays, men fear strong women. Wrong. Men fear emptiness. Fear walking into a hall of mirrors and finding no real face behind the glass. That's what modern femininities become, a parade of illusions, strutting with the confidence of empresses, but the hunger of abandoned children. You stole a man's right to pause, to breathe. How can he know if his desire's real or just programmed response to your engineered stimuli? Does he want you, or is he just reacting to the dopamine trap you've turned your body into? There's no room left for imagination, no space for restraint. And then you demand emotional depth from a man who's been at war with his own nerves since he woke up. Schopenhauer warned, the will deceives us, lures us with pleasure, abandons us in suffering. You've turned that cycle into a weapon. You bait the beast, then blame it for growling. You provoke, then play victim. You lure, then punish. You treat male biology like a chessboard, rig the game, call him weak when he loses. Then you post the same pout, the same filter, the same look, but don't touch tease, and expect to be revered as sacred. You want loyalty, but mock tradition. You beg for connection, but auction your attention to the highest bidder. You crave depth, but sell your surface as the main event, then wonder why men never dig deeper. Men aren't running from you. They're starving. Starving for the version of you that doesn't perform. The one that doesn't know how to pose, only how to be. Yet when a man looks, pig. When he touches, predator. When he walks away, coward. What did you expect him to do with your scripted seduction? He saw the game, recognized the trap, and chose silence over surrender. Men don't hate women, they're drowning in the performance. Every scroll, every street, every ad screams the same lie. This is what you should want. But peel back the filter, and what's left? A generation of women who've traded mystery for metrics, intimacy for influence. You cry, why won't men open up? But how can they, when every confession they make gets weaponized? Every tear they shed becomes ammunition for your next post. Look what he admitted to me. Look how broken he is. So they learn fast that silence is safer, that a locked door beats another betrayal. Schopenhauer called it centuries ago. The will to life tricks us into its service. And you've turned that trick into an industry. You monetize male hunger, then shame them for starving. You demand vulnerability while holding a knife behind your back. Here's the tragedy. Men still want to love you. Not the curated you, the real you. The one that doesn't need lighting, angles, or applause. But that version's buried under layers of branding. Buried so deep even you forgot where you left her. So men disappear. Not physically, spiritually. They sit beside you, but they're ghosts. They touch you, but they're numb. And when they finally walk away for good, you'll blame them, never the game you designed. Schopenhauer was right. Beauty is a con. A trick played by nature to keep men chasing ghosts. But you've industrialized the illusion. Turned allure into an assembly line. Every post, every pivot in that dress, it's not freedom. It's factory work. You're not the rebel. You're the labor. And men, they're not the hunters anymore. They're the hunted. Paralyzed by a world where every glance is a test, every desire a trap. You tell them to be vulnerable, then screenshot their weakness for clout. To communicate, then weaponize their words. So they learn the only safe move, retreat. You want to know why men vanish? Why they'd rather pixels than people? Because fantasy doesn't gaslight them. Because a screen doesn't lure them in just to knife their trust. But here's what you miss. Your game is rigged against you too. You think you're in control? That your likes equals power? You're just a better paid slave in the same system. Trading your soul for serotonin hits. Your dignity for DMs. Schopenhauer's curse was seeing the truth. We're all puppets. Men jerked by lust. Women by validation. And the tragedy? You've convinced yourself this is power, when it's just a prettier cage. The death of intimacy. You say you want connection, but you've turned romance into a content strategy. Every text is calculated. Every meetup optimized for the gram. You don't date men anymore, you audition them. Will he get you clicks? Will he elevate your aesthetic? This isn't love. This is brand synergy. And when he fails to perform, when he doesn't fit the narrative, you drop him like a bad investment. Then you wonder why relationships feel hollow. Why every conversation tastes like scripted reality. You killed mystery and now complain that sparks won't fly. Here's the bitter pill. Real connection requires risk. Not the performative kind, the ugly, messy, unpostable kind. The kind that doesn't fit in a caption. But you've outsourced your heart to algorithms. Let filters dictate your worth. Turned your DMs into a stock market where attention is currency. And now you're shocked that men treat you like disposable content? You trained them to. The way out, if there is one. The bitter truth? No one wins this game. Not men drowning in synthetic desire. Not women starving on empty validation. We've built a hell where both genders lose. Where flesh meets screen and souls disappear in the scroll. Schopenhauer's nightmare realized. The will to life now wears lip filler. But here's the exit, if you've got the guts to take it. 1. Women must stop performing. Strip off the digital skin. Let your unphotographed self breathe. Risk being unremarkable in a world that demands spectacle. 2. Men must stop consuming. Close the tabs, literal and metaphorical. Relearn the patience of real pursuit. Reject the bait of engineered arousal. 3. Both must demand more than biology. Fight nature's programming. Choose meaning over mating dances. Build something that lasts longer than a screenshot. The revolution won't be televised because it can't be monetized. It happens in quiet bedrooms where phones stay in drawers. In coffee shops where no one posts the moment. In the courage to be boring, to be real, to be human again. The final choice is yours. Keep playing the game, or burn the fucking casino down.